Hi, this is Chelsea from Sew and Glow Quilting, and welcome to my series, Beginner Adobe Illustrator for Quilters. In this video, I'm going to be going over some really vital tools to help you on your journey in Illustrator. And those are the selection tool, the direct selection tool, the shape tools. I really think that if you master these, you can pretty much make any quilt in Illustrator. All right, let's jump in. I have just a simple 9-patch block to work with here on this canvas, but I wanted to talk about some of these really important tools. And Illustrator does such a great job of previewing what you're going to get with each tool with these little animations. So the selection tool and the direct selection tool are two tools that you are going to be using constantly. You literally cannot select any object on a canvas without one of these tools. But what's the difference really? So if I take the selection tool and click on my 9-patch, I actually have these grouped. So when I click on it, this is selecting every shape in this group. So what if I need to select one of these shapes without selecting the entire grouping, but I don't really want to ungroup it? I'll go to the direct select tool. But if I click on the direct select tool, I can actually just click on one object. Even though it's grouped, I'm only selecting one object. And it's actually really powerful because if you've got blocks or something really complicated already grouped, I don't want to have to ungroup that whole thing just to select one block to change the color or the stroke or something like that. So it's really nice to be able to just select one. But we can get even more fine-tuned with our selection, because you can see these little anchors in each corner and in the center. This is part of the path that makes this shape. And if I wanted to, maybe I want to make a half square triangle instead of a full square, I can actually just select one anchor. So as you can see, it's the selection is outlining this shape, but I'm only selecting this anchor right here. And if I move anything around, it's only changing this one anchor. All right, so that is the select and the direct select tool. Okay, so let's talk about the rectangle tool and then the ellipse tool. Just so you know, really quickly, how did I get this little menu from this tool? Well, if you see this small triangle in any of these tools, that means that there's more options. And if you simply click and hold your mouse over the tool, you'll actually see all these different options. So I'm going to go over the rectangle tool and the ellipse tool, which is basically a circle. So for the rectangle tool, in order to draw a square or rectangle, you simply click your mouse and drag it, and you have your shape. So you can do a square or a rectangle. For me, almost always when I'm designing a quilt, I want a perfect square. And how do you get that, right? Well, all you have to do is hold down the Shift key on Windows, and I believe it's Option for Mac. And no matter how I drag my mouse, I'm only going to get a perfect square. Now, if I let go of the Shift key, it goes back to drawing whatever shape, including rectangles. Again, if I want a perfect square, all you have to do is hold down the Shift key. Now, you can also draw a perfect square by just clicking your mouse once, one click, and then you'll see this dialog box that says rectangle. And so I can actually type in the width and height of the square that I want. And for example, if I want a 3-inch square, all I need to do is type in 3 for width 3 for height, and then say okay, and then I have a perfect square. Now you can do it, you can draw a square either way, whatever makes sense for you. It is kind of nice to just be able to type it in so I know exactly how big of a square I'm making. And now if you do just draw in your square, you could actually change the width and height. Over here in properties, you can see a W and an H, that's width and height, and I can actually just change this to be 3 by 3, and it reshapes for me, and now I have a perfect 3-inch square again. Now in quilting, sometimes you might also need circles. I'm just going to select all of these and delete them. And so if you want to make a perfect circle, all you have to do is click over here on the rectangle tool, hold your mouse down, and then come over to ellipse tool. Now this just means circle, and you can create a circle in the exact same way. If you simply click and drag, you'll get all kinds of shapes. If I want a perfect circle, all I have to do is hold down the shift key, and no matter what I do with my mouse, this is going to be a perfect circle. And again, I can also just click my mouse and I get this dialog box again, width and height. I can do the same thing I did with a square, 3 by 3, and then I have another perfect circle here. And so there you have it. I really hope that you found this video useful. I really feel like these tools are going to set you up for a lot of success. And of course, I'm going to make more videos on the absolute overwhelming amount of other tools that Illustrator has to offer. But I really think that this is a great start for you. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my page so you know when new videos are released. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.